that ceasefire will start, sir?
Well, I hope by the beginning of the weekend. I mean, the end of the weekend. At least my national security advisor tells me that we're close. We're close. It's not done yet. And my hope is by next Monday, we'll have a ceasefire.
U.S. President Joe Biden says Israel has agreed to halt military action in the Gaza Strip over Ramadan, the Muslim holy month that begins on March 10th. He made those remarks on NBC's Late Night with Seth Meyers. This came as Arab countries have voiced fears should the fighting continue into Ramadan, it will further stoke regional tensions, and while momentum on ceasefire negotiations gathered pace in Qatar. On the show, Biden revealed there was an agreement in principle for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, which could be in place by this time next week. He said such a pause would give time for remaining hostages Hamas captured on October 7th to be released. The group took over 250 hostages when it stormed across southern Israel on October 7th and killed over 1,200 people. Israel's subsequent ground assault led to nearly 30,000 people killed, according to Gaza health authorities. In his late-night appearance Monday, Biden said Israel risks losing support from the rest of the world. He added that the Israeli government made a commitment to him to try to evacuate large portions of Rafah, which has millions of displaced Palestinians who fled other war-torn parts of Gaza before Israeli forces move in to target what he called the remainder of Hamas. The last deal to suspend fighting came in November, where Hamas released more than 100 hostages and Israel freed about 3 times as many Palestinian prisoners. In recent weeks, both Israel and Hamas have publicly maintained positions that are far apart for a potential truce, while blaming the other for delays. Israel continues to say it will not end the war until Hamas is destroyed, while Hamas says it will not free hostages without an agreement to end the war. As Biden gears up for a bid at re-election this November, he has seen support among young Americans and left-leaning progressive voters sink as a result of his staunch support for Israel and the sky-high death tolls in Gaza.
Uncommitted vote is a protest vote.
If there was an agreement, you'd see me here in a more cheer attitude. But till now, we don't have an agreement, yes, and we are still working on the negotiations, on all fronts. We are pushing hard for the proposals put forward and the agreement that took place in Paris to take place. Obviously, the agreements will be over issues that you'd know just as I would, over the numbers, the ratios, the troop movement, and other issues. I can't disclose the specific discussions that are taking place right now. The meetings, as I said, wherever they might take place, are always around the same parameters of finding a way to start the pause before Ramadan. We have seen a positive trajectory by the sheer fact that the meetings are taking place, but we have yet to reach a final agreement where we can hopefully announce before the beginning of Ramadan a humanitarian pause that would ease the tensions and would allow us to bring in more aid into Gaza and would allow us to de-escalate starting from there.
When do you think that ceasefire will start, sir?
Well, I hope by the beginning of the weekend. I mean, the end of the weekend. At least my national security advisor tells me that we're close. We're close. It's not done yet. And my hope is by next Monday, we'll have a ceasefire.